Alright. Very excited. Oh, jeez, what's my name? I am so ready. You sleep softly as the morning sun casts a warm glow through the window of your modest student apartment. Okay. I will read this, thank you. The world is peaceful and serene. You could stay in the moment forever. I really could. Or you could wake up now. Your first day of colouring school. It's no time to sleep in. Nah, we'll be good. Lying in bed, you stare at the ceiling, think about everything that awaits you at the prestigious University of Cooking School Academy for Learning. Your mind begins to wander. Who will be there? What will you cook? What should you wear? Time begins to fly by and your imagination getting away from you. You find your imagination getting away from you. Ooh, our daydream. It's here finally, your first day of culinary school. So many dishes to prepare. So many students to meet. Wow, the revelation I can't read. Your mind is swimming through possibilities when you realize you're running late. You grab a biscuit, burst out the door in a hurry. Delicious, just what you needed to wake up those taste buds. Yikes, you're in such a hurry, in fact, that you forget to put on any deodorant before running out the door. You're sweating buckets as you rush to arrive on time. Uh-oh. Standing in the quad, you gaze upon the magnificent University of Cooking School Academy for Learning. Here comes your lifelong best friend forever, Miriam! She's the most adorably awkward person you've ever met and you absolutely love her for it. I do. Good morning, Snade. Are you excited for the first day of the rest of our lives? Yes. Actually, no, I'm not. I should do the different voices. It's super bad. Let's do it. Because I sure am excited, a little nervous. Okay, a lot nervous. Wow. What the? It's just that this morning I made breakfast for myself, but, well, then I ate it. I couldn't taste any love in the food. What if I'm no good? What if I fail? Classic Miriam. Raised by MasterChef parents, she's always held herself to a very high standard. Ever since we were little babies playing together and you rescued me from that quicksand box, it's been clear to me that you're the most loving, caring person I know. You're gonna do great. What's I doing in quicksand? Ah, man, I was an idiot baby. But with the University of Cooking Academy for Learning's famous 3-day only semesters, I'm afraid of being left behind and never catching up. That's not the same voice. I've switched voices. A sweet girl, Miriam has always had a flair for the dramatic. This summer she got so nervous about her first kiss that she chipped a tooth practicing on a mannequin. Oh god, love Miriam. What's that button? Oh, actually that's pause. Oh, should you pep talk her or change the subject to give her some relief? Well, Pepper. Remember last month when we saw that fortune teller and he had our tarot cards read? Well, the lady with the mask who gave me nightmares, I've been trying to forget. I know she looked spooky, but she was so sweet. She told you that you were destined for great things. Remember that card with the fancy-looking tower and the other card featuring that handsome fellow in the red suit? I've been waiting so long to meet a handsome fella I could call my own. I'm sure you will soon. In no time, we'll be graduating. You'll be delighting the world with your heartfelt cooking in no time. As you talk to Miriam, you can feel her nerves begin to ease. Yes! You know what? Maybe everything will be okay after all. And if not, at least I have these killer bangs. It's true. Can you believe I cut them myself? Oh, she Britney'd it. You can definitely believe it. Cannot believe it. Before you can get another word out, you're really interrupted when someone smacks your books and custom engraved measuring spoons out of your hand onto the ground. What? Hey! It's Ashley, your arch rival! She's totally evil, but you can't help be filled with jealous because she can get anything she wants and she knows it. Alright. Hello, Ashley. I didn't see you there checking shins. You leave Snadel You leave Snade shins alone. They're perfectly normal shins. I'm slipping into Ashley there. Oh, can't stand Ashley. Even her name is annoying. You know for a fact that it's actually Ashley, but she had to add the extra letters to make herself feel better than everyone. Anyone here knows what perfect shins look like, it's us. We're not going to let you or your really weird insults get to us. Yeah, die, Ashley. Whoa! Across the quad, you see Ashley's best friend, Van, the man. He stopped to look at his own reflection in the mirror. His pants are so tight you can see him casually working out his glutes while he styles his hair. No lie, they're rocking glutes. Van! You rang. You've never been sure what their arrangement is, but as long as you've known them, Ashley and Van have been just as close as you and Miriam, but substantially more devious. I'm so excited. I can't even contain my excitement to go and press the next buttons. I'm that excited. Like, wow. Oh, alright. I've got to just contain myself and move on. It'll be fine. I can't believe the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning would ever allow people like you to attend as students. That perfect line reading. I know, right? You think they just hand us our diplomas now? Or maybe hire us as professors. You amateurs could learn a lot from us. With the first day of school about to start, there's no time to properly tell these two off, so resist the urge. Master of my domain. Let's go, Miriam. Psh, see you later, losers. Oh, who is this kid? As you approach the door, you see a goofy-looking kid pushing hard against the window directly next to it. Did he just fart? Oh god, what voice am I going to use for him? Oopsie. I think it's broken. You reach forward and easily pull the door open. Get mugged off, kid. That should do the trick. I love you. I think you mean thank you. Oh! Get snapped, brotherino. My name is Pop. I was named after my papa. He's old. Could someone like this also be a student at the school? He must be one heck of a chef. Also, his name tag clearly says Bob, but I guess he's reading it upside down. Alright. Hi Pop, I'm Snade. So, are you going to make me hold the door all day? Oh, I'm a sassy one. No! And with that, the young man walks into the building ahead of you. Is it just me or is he kind of cute? Miriam, I don't know what you're seeing in him. I think it's just you. You both shrug your shoulders before following him into the building. Oh, okay. Who's that? Is that the CEO of KFC? Let me Google this. Oh, I don't think it is. Yeah, I have no idea who that is then. You stand at the edge of the room, unsure where to sit. Other students wander in and keep to themselves, busy chit-chatting. Ooh, a scruffy-looking pooch takes his place at the podium, at front of the class. Adorable! Oh my god. What voice do I do for Sprinkles? Oh god. Oh, I don't know what voice to do for Sprinkles. I think it should be like high and mighty. No, quiet down, everyone. Who is this unreasonably cute Bob, and why is he in our culinary class? You must be Sprinkles, head instructor and CEO of UCSAL. Please, call me Professor Dog. I may be cute and little and fluffy, but I still demand respect. Woof. I should probably bark, not just said woof. What? A cute dog is our professor? This is the best school ever! I guess only a dog's nose is capable of picking up all the nuances of fine dining. He's got a boy. Out of nowhere, wind begins to rush around you as a swirl of cherry blossom petals fill the air inside the classroom. I'm chilly, so I would close the window. And then he walks in. Oh my god. I love it. You're immediately swept up in the aura of this new student and his remarkable goatee. Who knew anyone could be so handsome? Time stands still. It's him. It's. If it isn't my favorite student, Harland. Colonel Sanders interrupts Sprinkles. Sorry, Professor Dog. Before he can finish his sentence. Oh God! What voice do I do for him? I have no idea. Please, call me Colonel. Colonel Sanders. A hush murmur rolls through the classroom as Colonel Sanders walks down the aisle of desks. Suddenly, the room is sweltering. Sweat begins to bead across your brow. You feel like everyone is looking at you, and you're not entirely wrong. And this over here must be Sweaty Sweat a lot. Maybe we should open a window back up before faucet pit melts into a bottle and evaporates entirely. Hold on a second. Nobody talks to my friend like that. You two both know my name. We were in the same kindergarten class. And what is with all your really weird insults? Besides, when snakes sweat, it's not gross, it's beautiful. Look at that shimmer. Gee, Miriam? Miriam? What? You turn to find Colonel Sanders standing right in front of you. Colonel Sanders, beautiful angel that he is, stands before you, smiling gently, his hands outstretched. Oh, wait. Boy, howdy, this classroom gets hotter than a Kentucky Fried. Boy, howdy. Please, use my handkerchief. You freeze up. Colonel Sanders is talking to you. Wait, Colonel Sanders is talking to you about how sweaty you look? You're completely mortified. This can't be your first interaction. What if he never forgets this moment? Ah, take it. You stretch out your hand. Colonel Sanders places a fine silk handkerchief in it. Oh my god. It's so beautiful you hesitate to press it on your face, but when you do, the feeling is transcendent. It has his natural scent on it. It smells of the most delicious chicken you've ever smelled. Oh my god. This is everything I wanted it to be. Professor Dog steps in to settle the class down and set some ground rules. Welcome to the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, the greatest culinary academy in the world. The birthplace of culinary legends past, present, and future. Many challenges await you. There will be tears, there will be blood, there might even be really adorable tiny food. And when all is said and done, there will be a battle. You will lift your sporks and compete in the broom cooking arena. I'm ready. I'm so ready. Just then another student enters the classroom and interrupts the professor's rousing speech. Man, I'm running out of voices.
Hi guys, sorry I'm late. I hope everyone had a really good summer. I really miss.
Quiet! Later class is bad enough, but interrupting my monologue? You're on the fast track out of here, young man. Are you sure you're even in the right place?
Don't you recognize me? It's my 3rd year in this school with you as my teacher.
Everyone stares at him blankly.
Does no one remember me?
You're expelled if you utter one more word before I finish. Let there be a lesson to you students that tardiness is unacceptable. Even Clank made it here on time, rolling halfway across town on his tiny wheels. You turn to see the student Sprinkles is referencing who appears to be some sort of industrial kitchen appliance. He doesn't get a voice. The class bursts into laughter. Oh, Clank, you rascal. Sprinkles walks into the classroom as everyone stands in silent obedience. When he gets to you, he lifts his nose in the air and takes a deep sniff. Oh. Your diet is lacking. Based on what I'm picking up here, you definitely need a multivitamin. You should be taking better care of yourself. You've never had a talking dog as a teacher before, but Sprinkles' reputation for being smart but tough is well known. You're here! How could you look at this? Look! Look better! What is this? This is Colonel Sanders' dating simulator. I love you, Colonel Sanders. A finger-licking good dating simulator. And I have to quickly get my mom's phone because she left it here and the vet might call because Floss is at the vet. I'll be back in a sec. Yes, it's a dating simulator. And Colonel Sanders is here, and this dog is my teacher. Basically, me and my best friend, Miriam, are going to this culinary school. Ashley and Van are our rivals. And Colonel Sanders is super hot. You decide to try and butter him up by giving him a treat from your pocket, but what kind? Beef treat, chicken snack, or rubber ball? But I'm taking antibiotics, and my aunt mom was like, you should take probiotics, so it's A powder. It tastes so bad. Ew. Oh god. Chicken snack we go. You reach beneath your apron and return with a chicken snack in your hands because his eye goes wide as he locks onto it. His favourite! Yes! Well, well, well. I think there might be some competition for my new star student. The furry professor immediately devours the snack, leaving your hand slick with a coating of warm doggy drool. As soon as I get my breath back, we run out the stairs. Alright, we good. You see the other students eyeing you jealously, but pay no mind to them. If they wanted to succeed in life, they should have learned the importance of carrying a range of dog treat flavours on them at all times. This is true. Settle down, young chefs. Take your seats and prepare to have your minds opened to the amazing possibilities of culinary creation. As everyone rushes to claim their favourite seats, you're left standing at the front of the room. Only two options remain. Ooh. Hey, Snape, there's still a seat here.
It seems that no one has claimed the seat next to me, if you're interested.
That's my Colonel Sanders voice, don't judge me. Do you know how hard it is to come up with like 70 different voices? Oh my god. Oh! I don't know. I don't know! I mean, look at Sandman. But also... Was it too loud? Like, oh my god. I don't know the choice. Shit with Mr. Sanders. Alright. I'm gonna have to do his voice a whole lot more. It appears he brought no books, pens, or pencil. However, his perfect upright posture shows the seriousness that makes you confident in his desire to learn. He's got a pen here. That's a pen. Hate to break it to you. That's a pen. Thanks for offering me this seat. Why am I doing a voice? It's me.
I only have 2 rules. Do all you can and do it the best you can. It's the only way you ever get that feeling of accomplishing something.
That's so inspiring! A little off topic if you ask me, but okay. As soon as you've settled into your seat, the professor makes an announcement. Think fast, it's time for a... Oh wait, no, that's not his voice. Think fast. No, that's not his voice. Think fast, it's time for a pop quiz. Stop. What do you mean stop? What do you mean stop? Is it too loud? If it's too loud, I'll stop. Tell me if it's too loud. Yell. Voices, they are scary. Shut up. Alright, I'm trying my best. I've never done this before. Yay, a quiz about me. His voice is just me pinching my nose. This incredibly important and surprisingly short quiz will tell me if you are ready for life at culinary school. Keep your knives sharp and your focus sharper. Here comes question 1. If train A is traveling to point B and train B is traveling to point A, how important is it that to wash your hands before cooking. Streamy, looking at you, Pop. Yes! I mean, this is incredible. That's right, I was right. Forest is to tree as chicken is to feather, that's right, cool. What is the most efficient eating utensil ever created? Comically oversized fork, a meat tenderizer, a spork, clearly. What food is best for a broken heart? Camel meat, a pancake that looks like a silly face. Pancakes, obviously. What? Is Sprinkles a good boy? He is best boy. 4 out of 5. Sharp, Sprinkles, I was right with the pancake thing. Only one wrong, not too shabby. You might just do alright, kid. Don't, if it's him talking, have the bubble. So I know which voice to do. Probiotic is so bad, just choke it down. You look up to see that Colonel Sanders has been watching you. You tally your score, he nods with approval. May I have your attention, students? I have an important announcement to make. Time for lunch. Wow, this cafeteria is as nice as any restaurant you've ever eaten at. It makes sense that a school dedicated to cooking would also be serious about eating. This is true. And man, it's gonna make me hungry. I ate chicken schnitzel last night, but I could go for more chicken. A delicious fragrance wafts through the room and tickles the end of your nose. Your mouth waters. Do you smell that? That must be our lunch. It smells crazy good.
Everyone, can I have your attention?
Is it about lunch?
No, I just wanted to apologize for my tardiness. You see, I was...
Howdy, folks. I'd like to make an announcement.
Hey,
It's about lunch.
Everyone cheers!
But,
Shh! Lunch, lunch, lunch! She said shh.
In honor of the new semester, I've prepared something special to share with everyone for lunch.
God, when I lean into my mic, I cannot read the screen. That must be the smell I smelled.
Indeed, that smell.
You hold your breath, waiting to see what food this mysterious student has created. You've heard he's very talented, but whether the rumor's true is absolutely disgusting. You got it down.
Is this?
Colonel Sanders lifts a large bucket above his head. Its contents glimmer in the light. Piled high are huge pieces of chicken, breaded and fried to a crispy golden finish. The aroma envelops you and you begin to feel warm and safe. Colonel Sanders filled a bucket with chicken? What a novel concept. Your stomach begins to grumble, as if to say, stop thinking and start eating.
For years, I've been developing a secret recipe for the perfect fried chicken. By my calculation, nothing less than 11 herbs and spices are required to achieve the perfect balance of flavors.
You look around and notice that every other student has a pen and paper and is scribbling notes as fast as they can.
But that's all I'll say about that.
what do you... What? Do you think we want your stupid secret recipe, dude? Pshaw. Nah, my dude, nah. I'm just drafting the last will and testament in case one of those ingredients is poison. Got him.
He looks around nervously to see if anyone else is laughing at his sick burn. I have to go to school tomorrow and try not to laugh when I think about it. Freaking voices. You wait and see what zinger Ashley has prepared to follow up, but she suddenly takes a different approach. If she starts going up on my mans, we gonna fight! Yeah, and I was just like running in my diary. Dear diary, today I smelled something beautiful. I knew at that moment that only hands of a true gentleman could fry chicken so tender. You see her body language change from bitter and evil to sweet and innocent as she slides closer to Colonel Sanders. She realizes that he is destined for greatness and fame. With cooking skills like this, she wants him all to herself. Honey, move off!
Oh, please.
Well, Van, the man, if you don't want any.
I'll take his! That's me in real life.
Whoa. Hold on, I guess I'll try it.
He takes one bite, his eyes grow wide, he starts contorting his face as he tries to hold in his pure exhilaration and act unimpressed. Awake, Kaduk, murmur.
Easy now, there's enough for everyone. Please, my fellow classmates, dig in.
Trying to go for a Matthew McConaughey kind of thing. You take one of the pieces of fried chicken out of this bucket and sink your teeth into it. It's amazing. Tasting Colonel Sanders' food transports you into another dimension. Alone with your taste buds, gripping a drumstick in your hand, you float weightlessly. Focus your mind on this moment, try to identify savor the moment, and everything it tells you about his culinary heart. Swim toward the light. I want to go this one. The flavors in your mouth are so beautiful, pure, heavenly. Sound like a character in a movie I watched as a kid. Which one? What a guy. Alone with the flavors, you feel something that can only be described as love for a man, for a flavor they're the same. After tasting his food, you try and get some one-on-one time with Colonel Sanders. Approach the Colonel. Colonel Sanders smiles ever so softly as you approach. He stops what he's doing and allows you to break the silence. Colonel, I wondered if I could talk to you for a second.
Anything for a fellow chef.
What exactly was on that chicken?
How bold to come out and ask. It's an idea I had for a new combination of flavors that will make me my fortune and establish my legacy for all time. So I'll open a chain of highly successful fried chicken restaurants. No big deal.
It's just you and me here talking. I can keep a secret. In fact, I've got some of my own that I'd be willing to trade.
What's the rush? The semester is only getting started. We've got 2 more whole days to get to know each other.
He's right. Don't want to rush into things. Mr. Sanders. Wait, so this is basically a student like of high school age trying to get with a 50-year-old man. He's not 50 in this though. She's got white hair. I'm going for the Matthew McConaughey in Dazed and Confused. He's like,
Alright.
type thing. I already read that. He's clearly not going to give it up easily, but it doesn't hurt to be persistent. Is that what, when you date him, rather than sealing the deal, he tells you the recipe? I'm assuming that's the ending. How old is he then? 30? No, look, he's young. Shut up. And how do you know what age I am? You know what they say about secrets, Colonel. Shouldn't learning be fun?
You've got Moxie. I'll give you that.
Colonel Sanders looks both ways to make sure you're truly alone. Then he leans in. You can feel his warm breath as he whispers,
Just one ingredient. But you can't tell. It's something my great-grandmother taught me.
What? He uses what? Blank. Wow, you'd never have guessed that. In fact, you're not even sure where'd you get some of it if you searched. What? How do you know I'm 14? Because, well, you're deep. And you tell us all the time. While you're wrapped up in that huge revelation, you notice Colonel Sanders has disappeared while everyone is still in the cafeteria. You decide to look for him. You find Colonel Sanders outside, standing in the quad.
Oh, it's you again. Howdy. Sometimes I like to come outside and look at the school buildings. I think about how my story will continue on after I've graduated.
Sounds like you have big plans.
I dare say the biggest. I will leave my mark on this world, you can bet on that.
Alone together for the first time, you figure now is the perfect moment to show your personality to him. Nag him to show your own thread. Wow him with a big idea to add an additional ingredient. No. Be modest and thoughtful. Well, I just wanted to tell you that I really enjoyed your food. Now you've got his attention. Ha! Yes! The flavors were complex but comforting. The interplay between salty, savory, and peppery was perfect.
I appreciate the compliment, Snade.
I'm sure you'll be a big success.
I know we've only met today, but I'm starting to get the same feeling about you. We should head back inside. The next lesson starts soon.
Some mini games, perhaps? You step into the massive cooking arena where the afternoon lesson will take place. Each student gets an oven and all the tools and ingredients they could need. Oh god, what's that voice? Look at this place, it's magnificent. Finally, we get to show our stuff. Wait a second. Oh no, we have to show our stuff? What if I totally blow it? You're not gonna... that's not an accent, that's me. You're not gonna blow anything, except maybe kisses to the crowd of fans you're going to earn with your signature adorable tiny food creations. Welcome, students, to the cooking arena. For today's lesson, we'll be cooking with partners. Hurry up and pair off. Naturally, Miriam looks over at you, but I am unable to control herself. You pounce on Colonel Sanders. Oh, come on, did you make this game? You seem to know all the right answers, Buster. I didn't... Shut up. Hey, Colonel, would you like to tackle this lesson as a team? Team of two, that is. Me and you, if that wasn't clear. Want to be my partner? Oh, I gotta lean right.
Sure, Snade. I'll prepare our station. That's not the accent that I decided on.
Without you as a partner, Miriam is left standing all alone. Two different students quickly take notice.
Hello, new partner.
Beep. Boop. Buzz. Oh my, two potential partners. I'm so sorry. Oh my, two potential partners. I'm so sorry, gentlemen. I don't know who to choose. That's not her voice. I lost it. Looks like you'll have to pick for her. Friend duties can be a little awkward, but that's the price you pay for not being alone forever. Who do you want to ask to be Miriam's partner? Sorry, Pop, but I think Miriam will be partnering with Clank today.
It's okay, I already ate.
It's not entirely clear if Pop has any idea what the point of school even is at this juncture. Clank is clearly excited to have some attention. He heats up and begins to roll back and forth.
What?
I can't make robot sounds. Hold on there, fella. We don't even know the assignment yet. Technically, Clank might not have a face, but there's something charming and earnest about him. No, look, he's got those... The dials, his eyes, got a little mouth. That's like hair. Zzz. Tissue? I hardly know you. Ha 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 ha! I didn't care what to eat. Maybe some of the Colonel's chicken. I need to eat. Good night. Don't leave! How could you leave this incredible experience? Clank judders. The panel shakes loose. You get the impression that this is a sign of affection. This lady's gonna fall in love with the robot. Yeah, that might have been a bad decision. Looks like you two will be fine. Now it's time to focus on your own cooking classwork. Do I get to do a cooking minigame? Alright, you two. For today's lesson, we're going to keep it simple. Pick a basic dish and divide up the steps. No chef is an island. It takes 2 flints to make a fire. You get the idea. Do. Which dish do you suggest to your partner, Colonel Sanders? Steak tartare using octopus will blow his mind. Ooh. The gravy. I've always been something of a down-home chef. I was thinking we could make something warm, inviting, comforting. Maybe mashed potatoes?
And gravy.
I couldn't imagine one without the other. Colonel Sanders casts a coy look at you, causing your whole face to go beet red. Embarrassed, you quickly turn away. I'll go get the potatoes.
No, please, let me. Picking perfect produce is a passion of mine.
Looks like things are getting pretty fresh around here. Does someone have a crush on Colonel Sanders? Ashley, you better back up! You're gonna catch these hands. We're just cooking partners, mind your own business. Sanders' heart is my business, and you better keep your fingers off my man. Ooh! You want some! You don't want this! You don't want this smoke.
Oh god. Did someone call for me?
No, that's not his voice.
Did someone call for me?
No, jeez, damn man. While I'm over here crushing Snape's dreams, you're supposed to be taking care of our classwork. That is the deal, remember? Colonel Sanders returns, arms full of peeled potatoes. He tosses them into the boiling water. He turns your attention to you and your old friends.
Howdy there, Ashley. Van, we're working in a quartet instead of duet now.
Actually, no, it looks like Snade was struggling, so we offered to give them a hand. You know how it is, these young amateur chefs need a lot of mentoring.
I was going to say, Colonel Sanders, maybe I could also teach you a thing or two about fancy food. Maybe one day you might be able to get to my level. Huh. Doubt it.
Don't be rude, Van. Personally, I have no doubts whatsoever about Colonel Sanders' ability to concoct creations worthy of admiration. After all, your fried chicken was quite spectacular. But, Colonel, if you ask me, I might make a better partner for you than this thing that has positioned itself for your station. Oh, Ashley, you better not. Ooh. Don't you feel deep down that we cast complementary shadows? We fit together like a thigh and a drumstick. It just makes sense. Oh, you're about to catch these hands, Ashley. Spatula's gonna go all over your face. Dude, you're gonna end up with a whisk up your butt. Nothing about this makes any sense, but one thing is clear. She's coming for Colonel. You don't watch out. Ashley's going really hard, going at you hard. You need to ask for some backup here before things get ugly. Turn to Colonel Sanders, hunk of hunks in your time of need. Turn to Miriam, your bestie, who always has your back. Sanders. I'm here to learn and express myself via my cuisine, not bicker with prima donnas. Oh! Ho, ho. Partners were chosen at the beginning of the class. Let's respect the format. Okay? We turn to Colonel Sanders to confirm that you're on the same page. I chose Colonel Sanders. Colonel Sanders chose me. Isn't that right?
A businessman respects all fair agreements, from contracts to handshakes. I took on Snade as my partner for this activity, and I stand by it.
That's right!
Based on your team's behavior, I'd say you're perfect for each other. Neither of you has Snade's natural talent or their loyalty.
Ooh, ooh, ooh! You heard the man! Being defended by Colonel Sanders leaves you feeling proud and full of potential. You look for Sprinkles in hopes that he might step in, but he's nowhere to be found. Darn those cute corgis and their short, sturdy stature. You look down at the station and realize that in the tension of the moment, your hands have been cooking on autopilot. Distracted by the drama, you've already crushed and the boiled potatoes into perfect, creamy mashed texture, with plenty of butter and cream for flavour. It's as if your natural passion guided you through the steps you know so well while your attention was elsewhere.
I know just what to do.
Colonel Sanders extends his hand, holding a beautiful white porcelain gravy boat, of which pours a smooth brown gravy, smothering your nearly finished potato dish. Gravy flows down the mound of mashed potato. The results look spectacular. Granny would be proud. Colonel Sanders holds the spork out to you. You reach out and grab a hold of it, but he doesn't immediately let go. You two stand, holding the same spork, and for that small moment, all of the madness and pressure in this crazy world stops. Your eyes lock. The moment is electric. Time stands still. If you love something, set it free. Together you dig the utensil into the mashed potatoes and lift a heaping sporkful up. When you see Ashley with a sinister look, you know she's plotting against you to be with Colonel Sanders. And then, filled with rage and without thinking, you fling this sporkful of mashed potatoes right into Ashley's stupid, beautiful face. Van Van, do something! Scooping up a fingerful, Van Vest tastes the dripping mashed potatoes and gravy and realizes it's delicious. Horrified by this revelation, he slinks away. Will he ever be able to cook something with so much love and integrity? Hold on right there, Snade. We do not waste food in the broom cooking arena. Colonel Sanders, I expect better for you. If you throw one more spoonful, you both better be prepared to eat it from wherever it lands. If it lands on Colonel Sanders, you betcha.
Can I have potato face?
Van Man rushes back over. A covered dish in his hand.
Mashed potatoes and gravy? Pathetic. In just a few minutes, I've prepared a full meal. Gaze upon my speciality. Braised tentacle of octopus in my silky saltwater sauce. Plated on a battle axe blade. Forged by my supreme chef ancestors. You've ignored me for too long. This ends now. It is I who will have the first bite, and you will look on with envy.
The interrupting student rushes at Van Van and swipes a bite of his signature dish right off the plate.
No, don't! Something about this dish doesn't strike my nose quite right. I think the octopus was rushed. It may have turned in the process. The results could be toxic.
Too late. It has been eaten.
I think I left something in the oven. I don't feel so good, Mr. Stark.
It killed him! Oh my god, he's dead!
Everyone, step back. Don't take another bite.
When you look back at the plate, the rest of it's gone. You notice the tip of the tentacle being slapped into Pop's mouth. Pop winces in pain for just a moment, then it is almost immediately back to his oblivious self.
Oopsie. Tastes like poison.
The entire class has gathered to watch Pop's final moments. Shock has frozen the whole crowd. They are motionless as statues. The class bell rings, disrupting the moment and snapping everyone back to reality. It would appear that Pop's enthusiasm for trying new things, despite obvious danger, has inoculated him against poisons of all kinds. I'm not sure if the professors here make enough money. Ha.
Hello. I just turned into a ghost over here.
Seeing that you're shaken up by that really annoying student and all his nonsense, Colonel Sanders approaches you.
I'm sorry you had to go through that. Please, let me walk you home.
What, like for real? Oh, come on.
You follow Colonel Sanders out of the room. At night, the school building has taken over another vibe entirely. It's dark and more than a little spooky. Colonel Sanders stands in the quad's neon glow and speaks softly.
Those mashed potatoes you made in class today.
Before you go on, I want you to know they're not a great representation of my skills. I didn't even realize I was making them.
They were amazing. Tasting them, it reminded me why I became so passionate about food to begin with.
Colonel Sanders is getting choked up. Cooking is obviously important to him, in a way you find inspiring. Now might be the perfect time to tell him you're developing feelings for him. Oh my god, who died? I was getting medicine? The student, the guy
with this voice.
He was just called student. He doesn't matter. What matters is Sanders and I are getting together. Colonel Sanders?
Yes, Snade.
Something I need to tell you.
Hold it right there. There's something I need to tell you first.
Oh, jeez.
You see, when I was just a boy, I had a dream that one day I would be the greatest chef that the world has ever seen. And every day since, I've been working toward that dream, day and night, never stopped, never resting. Also, lifting a lot of weights, like so many weights.
We should follow our dreams with all of our hearts. That our souls may grant them like wishes floating on a shooting star.
Hey, no, you. Shut up. I'm the one here to say inspirational stuff and be the star of the story.
Are we forgetting that your cooking literally killed a guy?
You can't prove that.
I also saw you kill that guy. What was his name?
Somewhere in the distance, you hear a long, sad sigh.
Forget him.
No.
Forget him. We're talking about me. Me. I'm the hero.
What? Alright, what voice do I have for Spork Monster? Ha! The Spork Monster is here to find you out!
I think I left the fridge door open. Later, nerds.
How dare you threaten me, just as I was letting down my guard and connecting with another chef on an emotional level? Be afraid, be very afraid of me, cause I'm a... Oh wait, that's a Spoke Monster.
Be very afraid of me, because I'm a monster, see? Is he rhyming on purpose, or is that just a coincidence? Is he rhyming? Spoke Monster, goodbye. Don't leave, don't leave, don't leave. This is awesome. Before you can discuss syntax any further. It's a turn-based fight sequence. What will you do? You decide to go on the attack. Which attack will you use? Cook with love. Cooking with love does 1 damage. It just got real. The attack really upsets Spork Monster. Spork Monster goes on the attack. They spit hot gravy at you. You take 1 damage. Attack. Worked last time, right? Cook with love. Cook with love does 1 damage. Spork Monster won't forget this. Spork Monster is really feeling threatened by your attack. Spork Monster focuses their mashed mind and draws in energy from the Mother Earth itself. They grow larger and more intimidating. How will you respond? Defend. You decide to defend. Which defense will you use? Trepidation. You hold your head between your hands and mutter, this is not happening, this is not happening. Spork Monster is no quitter, buffed up and ready to rumble. They go in the attack once again. Spork Monster use... Utility Tensor! You take 2 damage from the attack. If you take much more damage, you're not going to survive the battle. Decide to go in the attack. Cook with love does 1 damage. Spork Monster is oozing cheese sauce onto the lawn of the quad. I wonder who's going to have to clean that up. Feeling vulnerable, Spork Monster prepares for the ultimate attack. Rounded edge.
Vile villain, your reign of terror stops here.
Colonel Sanders summons the energy of 1,000 chickens! But... Oh, wait. Pot Pie Power Pinch! Pot Pie Power Pinch does 10 damage. Spork Monster is defeated. You saved me. An injured Spork Monster spews steam into the night. Forget mercy. Finish him. No student will ever walk in the quad in fear again. The monster messed with the wrong chef. You will never survive. You will never survive my student lower depth destruction does 10 damage. Spork Monster is completely vaporized. Colonel Sanders looks on in awe. You continue to surprise me, Snade. You defeated the monster. The defeated monster left it behind a special item. It appears at first to be a cookbook, but upon closer inspection, so much more. It's a book of magic spells with the golden chicken on the cover. You open the cover and find a library card tucked inside. The last name to have signed it out is Borko. Borko. That name sounds strangely familiar. Blood is pumping as you stand in the quiet of the night, holding the mysterious book in your hands. As you come down from the battle bloods, you finally realize that your final attack has left you completely depleted. The world around you begins to fade away without any energy to keep your eyes open, and darkness overtakes you. The image of Colonel Sanders flashes before your eyes as you fall asleep. He must have helped you get home in your tired state. You don't know if you could have made it without him. What a guy. You want to thank him, but you don't have enough strength to utter a single word. You feel your covers being pulled up over you as you are tucked in tightly. Good night, my Colonel. It's taking so long to load on my laptop. Good night. Maybe it's better on your phone. Who knows? I'm sorry, you did catch all of that action scene, right? Because I am straight tired. I need to be paid for my voice acting. Maybe that's what I could be a voice actor. In your dream, you're together with Colonel Sanders. For some reason, Sprinkles is also there, instructing your love. Dreams are weird. You awake on day 2 and attempt to process the wild visions you had. Were they memories or premonitions? Then there was that secret ingredient that Colonel Sanders went ahead and told you outright. Not much of a secret, huh? It's probably just because he already trusts you so much. Surely that makes sense. We'll go with that. You meet up with your bestie in front of school. Before you can tell her about the encounter with the Spork Monster, she launches into a story of her own. Okay, I know this might sound a little strange, but I think I might be, I think I might like Clank. Oh my gosh, he's falling in love with the robot. Like him? Like? I I know it sounds like it's moving too fast, but there's something about him I like him. Like him. We got to talking after class, and he's actually a totally sweet guy. Not only that, but he's really smart. He told me all kinds of stories about Colonel Sanders. Did you know that Colonel Sanders was the most popular kid in his high school? No, but that does make complete sense. Yeah, he was so popular, he was voted prom king at school, and he didn't even go. He was prom king at a school he didn't even go to. And was also the convertible that he himself rode at what? Yeah, but he was so popular that he was voted prom king at a school he didn't even go to, and was also the convertible that he himself rode in at the front of the homecoming parade. Like, that's not right? Queen loves a robot. Goodbye. I'm thinking maybe something got lost in pressure cooker language translation there. Either way, maybe it's best if you took it slow with this new boy, like I am with Colonel Sanders. You and Colonel Sanders, the coolest guy in school? The most famous student to ever attend University of Cooking School Academy for Learning? You're a thing now? We definitely connected yesterday. Ah, sure you did. You're great. Why wouldn't he be into you? I guess. Miriam, if you sass me, you're gonna end up like Ashley. Laughing at the implication that you and Colonel Sanders might be a thing is definitely not cool. You are great. Yeah, we're great. Oh my god. I need a drink. You can change your own nickname now? Hold up, this is an emergency. Sanders, you have to wait a minute. Alright, that issue has been promptly fixed. Man, I'm destroying my voice. You have an idea about how to prove that your love is real. Well, if he's not into me, why did he tell me one of his secret ingredients? Don't say it. You bet his eyes light up. A secret ingredient? Yeah, I just said that. A secret ingredient. Is there a dramatic echo in here? Boom, checks to make sure you're alone before continuing. So this summer, while I was on vacation with my family, a lovely man approached me in the botanical garden where I was wandering. He told me all about his passion for spices. Secret spices. The man even gave me some to show me what he meant. He said that if it was a powder created from super duper rare dried flower petals, that if I did him a big favor, I could have some of my own. This dude sounds like a pedo. This dude's a pedo. Please, Miriam, don't tell me. So I filled my suitcase with them and brought them home. He was so nice, he even met me at the gate when I arrived. Later, when I cooked with him, a very strange feeling came over me. The flavor was unlike anything I'd ever tasted. I thought she was about to say she fainted. This dude, like, transatlantic roofied her. I think you're being very liberal with the meaning of spices here. Whatever, anyhow, we both share an interest in cooking, so we've stayed in touch, you know, like pen pals. Bet he would love to know more about new spices. Well, I'm definitely not supposed to share Colonel Sanders' secret recipe, and besides, I only know the one ingredient, so I doubt it'd be much use to anyone. Please, 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 it would mean the world to me. No one has to know it came from you or from Colonel Sanders. You sketch. It was Eye of Newt. I know, sounds like some kind of witch's potion, but what can you do? Eye of Newt, wow. Her eyes light up, imagining such a thing, and you figure that you've satisfied her curiosity and she'll move on. However, she immediately turns around and does some thumb typing on her phone. She can't quite see. That's probably not good. Before you can ask her to confirm that she was definitely not texting secret ingredients to other people, you're interrupted. A wind rushes in. Cherry blossom petals fill the air. It's Colonel Sanders. He's arriving to school. Run to him. You decide that the best way to show Miriam how serious you and the Colonel Sanders are would be to run to him. Surely he'll sweep you up onto the back of his stallion and you'll ride away together. That'll show her good. My Colonel, my Colonel! However, your sudden movement surprises the horse and rears up, kicking you directly in the face. The force of the blow completely knocks you out cold. In the darkness, you see a vision.
Ooh, Snade. I'm here to deliver you a message.
Not this guy.
It is important that you remember this, exactly as I said. If you forget, the world could end, so you know it's serious. I have been trapped in a realm beyond, but the great prophecy relies on my return. Only you can save me. All you need to do is repeat my name 3 times. And that name is?
It's gonna be Borko. 100%. But before you can continue, you suddenly awake.
Oh, jeez.
You awake to find Colonel Sanders tending to you. He rears you back with a satchel of secret spices. Or is that just his natural seasoned musk? No, that option didn't work out for me. I kinda want to lean in for the kiss though. Don't do that. Maybe he shouldn't be running a horse to school, and maybe you shouldn't be running up to animals you don't know. It's hard to say who was in the wrong here. One thing's for sure, that Colonel Sanders is pretty dreamy. That horse has beautiful shoes. I could really feel how smooth and sturdy they were, pressing into my face. That's nice to hear. No one truly appreciates good craftsmanship anymore. And with that, Colonel Sanders disappears into the school, leaving you and Miriam to follow. When you enter the classroom, you can see your 2 rivals, Ashley and Van Van, doing something bad. By the way, they're hiding. You know it must be really bad. Like counterfeiting recipes bad, experimenting with restricted ingredients bad, summoning a demon bad? Kiss him. I should have kissed him. You try and get a peek over at Van Van's hulking shoulder, but he sees you coming.
Whoa there, little one. I'm not sure you're ready to handle this.
Well, you make like a beat and mind your own wax, honey. You immediately dress the rivals down for their immature behavior. Colony school is to be respected. This kind of nonsense is a waste of everyone's time. Now you've upset them. Oh, and you're the emperor of cooking, are you? You make the rules? I'm not sure you'd know a good meal if it ate you. Being the best chef in the world takes more than just culinary skills. It takes creativity. It takes panache. Don't you talk to me about panache.
And it doesn't hurt to use a little evil.
Did I not do the voice for him? Oh man, I'm already forgetting to do the voices. Really an hour in. Goddamn hour in. My throat is gonna be destroyed. You finally get a look at what it was they were hiding. You instantly recognize it. It's a book, just like the one you found after your encounter with the Spork monster. That's the same book I found last night in the quad. Ashley immediately elbows Van Van, who hides the book behind his back. I don't know what you're talking about. That book is a family heirloom, and its contents are secret. You notice they haven't just been studying the book, they've got Pop pinned to the wall, and they're tossing potato skins at him as he tries to catch them in his mouth.
We're playing.
Before you can dig in any further, you're interrupted by the arrival of more students. It's almost time for class. Clank must be running late. He's in such a hurry that he rolls right over Van Van's meaty foot. Hey, watch it! No, that's not his voice.
Hey, watch it, you bucket of bolts.
You watch how you talk to him. He didn't do anything. What do you who do you think you're talking to? I've never heard such language, not even from a stand mixer.
No, your mother was a stand mixer. Van 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 jumps to attack Clank, but Clank shocks Van Van, sending him flying across the room.
Protect me, Colonel Sanders. These crazed men are about to come to blows. I think it must be over me, but I'm not interested in either of them.
Oh, come on. Whack her across the head with the chicken staff, Sanders. Ashley's tone is completely changed in an instant. She bats her eyelash at Colonel Sanders. Surely he must know that this is a ruse, right? Gentlemen, get a hold of yourselves. Save it for the arena at least. Or don't. Honestly, why do I care? I've got lofty career aspirations to focus on.
Maybe I can help you with your business plan.
Just then, Sprinkles arrives to signal the true start of the class day. He's panting, which doesn't seem that abnormal. He's a professor, but he's also a dog. Students, please take your seats. I apologize for my late arrival. I spent the morning chasing a car all around town, and my tiny legs are very, very tired. But I'm here now, and I hope you're ready to learn. Rub his furry dog belly. He loves it. Sprinkles stops in his tracks and sniffs the air around you. Something has him in a trance. It's a scent on you. It's a scent left on you from Colonel Sanders. Sprinkles jumps on you and licks your face. Down, boy. Down, boy, down. Off topping. That command shouted by Colonel Sanders to snap Sprinkle out of his trance. I wonder what's up with that. Sorry, I got a little carried away. After he catches his breath, Sprinkle retains control of the classroom. Without further ado, we'll review the global history of my favourite fowl. The chicken. I forget to do the voices! Why is her name spelled like that? Oh yeah, they said at the start, her name was spelled normally, like A-S-H-L-E-Y. But she added the extra letters to feel better than everyone. Yeah, it's hilarious. She is wilding. You want to pay attention to the lesson, you truly do. Which is why, in 1776, at the signing of the Declaration of Independence, it was a chicken who first signed their name. You can't help but daydream about Colonel Sanders, and you miss most of the important parts. When you come to, Sprinkles is holding a tray of food in front of you. Well, Sneyd? Naturally, this appears to you to be a sample patter. Which items do you want to sample? A glass of water, a shimmering pepper, a dog biscuit. Brightly coloured pepper stands out from the other items. It sparkles in a way most eye-catching way, so naturally you reach out, grab it, and eat it right away. However, your body is not prepared for the heat. The pepper has triggered an intense spice hallucination. Feels like forever as you trip through the universe. My friend. Ooh. This guy again. I'm here to give you an important message. You must avenge my death and fulfill your destiny. All you must do is... I was saying, to fulfill your destiny, all you must do is... Sorry, I think I've got some spice stuck in my throat. It's fine, I'll work through to fulfill the prophecy. You must... You feel yourself beginning to regain consciousness. Oh, man. You come to and find everyone is staring at you. That pepper was the last of its kind on Earth, and now it's gone forever! You think to yourself, oh, jeez. I should pay better attention. We all make mistakes. I'm sure he'll forgive you someday. Come on, it's time for lunch. Before anyone can relax, the cafeteria lights dim, and your rivals enter to make a dramatic announcement. Today's lunch will be prepared by a timed competition cook-off. The level of theatrics of these two is off the charts. Step up. Bit of lunchtime competition, eh? Count me in. If I have to wipe the tables with you fools before I set my lunch down, then so be it. I'm not the fool, you're the fool. Fool? Good one, Van Van. I like your gumption, Sneyd. I'll be watching your performance. That's not the accent. Just as things reach a boiling point, Sprinkles steps in. Surely he'll put a stop to this madness. No, students, please settle down. This is a lunchroom, not a sportsing court. Finally, a little sense, you breathe a sigh of relief. At least not until we turn on the timer. Just then, a huge light blasts you in the face, flashing the words, "Timer ready." That's what I'm talking about. Aroo! I stand corrected. The hard way builds solidly a foundation of confidence that cannot be swept away. And that's an original quote by me, in case anyone was wondering. I hope its message lifts you to victory. Like a diamond, I was formed under pressure, and now is my chance to shine. I'm assuming she's using the sweet voice because Colonel's around. I will defeat you myself. Oh, the music's kicked in. You had his chicken and you made mashed potato and gravy on day one, and you're feeling like you can really impress him again here. It's time to boil some water for the potatoes. Think fast. If the timer runs down, you'll be forced to pick randomly. 100 C's. Because C's make sense. Winner gets to rub my furry belly. Let that be an enticing offer. Let that enticing offer motivate you. You're going to need to season this chicken before you can cook it. You don't know how Colonel said it's recipe exactly, but you have an idea. It's 11. That's right, you might not know all of the ingredients yet, but at least you know you're headed in the right direction. Tail wagging intensifies. Now that you've got some basic steps going, it's time to elevate your craft. That's right, you must never take this opportunity for granted if you hope to succeed. Your classmates are rooting for you, but Ashley is simply stronger and faster than you. You better pick up the pace if you want to survive. When you were a child, your father told you to never forget where you came from. Every day you meditate on his advice and draw energy from that place. Small town. That's right, this is your shot and you're not going to miss it. Aroo! You should try and shut off the noise of the arena and focus on your cooking. What is the sound of success? Sizzling. That's wrong? Don't make me get the spray bottle. You notice Colonel Sanders at the corner of your eye. I believe in you, Snade. He's actually cheering you on. Which would be awesome, except knowing he's watching you makes you totally forget what you were doing. Now all you can think about is Colonel Sanders. Oh my god. Get my back. You're standing on a deserted island with only one desert cookbook. Which do you take? What a hunk. I know, right? You know what? Shouldn't you be focused on the challenge? You're falling behind. You're really struggling to keep up. At the next station over, Ashley has already begun plating the elements of her dish. It's colourful and complex. To make up time, you toss your biscuit dough into a stand mixer. As you do, the crowd gasps. Yikes. I know you love nothing more than seeing a fellow appliance utilized in a kitchen battle, but sometimes that means sacrificing the personal touch. You might not have any hands, but Snade does, and a good chef needs to be touching the dough when it's properly mixed. There's an easy way and a hard way. You don't get far by doing the easy way. You hear everyone talking and realize how serious your error was. You immediately shove your hand in the mixer to rescue dough before it's overmixed. Snade, no! But you're not fast enough. Your hand gets stuck. It's immediately crushed by the spinning beat. There's no way you'll be able to use that hand for the rest of the match. Colonel Sanders shakes his head in shame. What you often find is that the easy way can turn out much more difficult. Alright, that's conflicting riddles. I'm still here, by the way, just listening. Yeah, I figured. Because this is intense. Everyone, stop what you're doing right now. The battle is over. It can't be. I'm so close to finishing my dish. Sweetheart, look at your hand. You simply can't go on. Ah, that's too bad. And here I am with a completed dish ready to serve. Surely that makes me winner by default. No, it wouldn't be fair to compare the two on account of Snade's injury. See, Sprinkles begin to lick his doggy chops as he locks into the dish. But I suppose you should at least tell us what you prepared. Well, because I'm the sweetest, I skip straight to dessert. Under this white chocolate dome, you'll find a wide array of delights, taking you on a journey of flavor that tastes so good and tells a story of excellence.
was going to ask Snade to do the honor, but since you're injured, I'm afraid pouring this creamer with delicate hot chocolate sauce might be too difficult. Colonel Sanders, would you mind lending me your strong, steady hand? Colonel Sanders pours the hot chocolate sauce on top of the dome, causing it to melt away, revealing the ingredients hidden within. Inside, you'll find a delicate fried cheese croquette atop a slice of honeycomb ice cream 2 ways, tender nougat, and pearls of blueberry jelly. Oh, that's how I'm supposed to avoid. What the hell am I doing? Colonel Sanders seems intrigued, but perhaps not as impressed as he dips his finger in the chocolate sauce. Simplicity isn't your strong suit, is it, Ashley? Oh, you, haha. As he places the sauce-covered finger into his lips, Ashley leans over and whispers something in his ear. A dab of sauce sticks to his mustache. Internalize. Rage burns so intensely that your eyes, that they burst into flames. The flames cause your eyes about to catch fire, turn to ash, and they follow your face, which means people will have a hard time understanding your emotions for the rest of the semester, perhaps forever. Embarrassed and ashamed by the poor performance, not to mention your crispy fried brow, you run for the quad to be alone. The beautiful weather feels like an insult. Inside of you a storm rages. It's Colonel Sanders. He's probably here to tell you that he and Ashley are in love and decided to get married. And he won't even ask you to cater his wedding because you're a terrible chef and an awful person. You try and hide from him, but he approaches you directly. I know you're hurting right now. Not just from the devastating loss, but from that run-in with the mixer and that small fire. We should get that checked out. I'm fine, can you just leave me alone? I'm a loser, I'm not fit to fill your fryer. Wow, really just subtle. I'll never be a master chef. Failure is part of life, not just for you, but for all of us. Do you think I've never failed at anything before? That's exactly what I think. Well, then think again. I wasn't always the man you see before you. Enrolled in culinary school, incredibly handsome, successful, and motivated. Well, handsome, sure. I was born that way. But I've walked other paths, and arrived at dead ends. I was passionate about life, but I failed as an obstetrician. I was passionate about justice, but I failed as a lawyer. I was passionate about livestock, but even I failed as a mule handler. That one was especially humiliating. Mules can be so cruel. I lost my business partner to a gunfight. I didn't know. People see my delicate ribbon tie and my well-kept beard and assume that I've got it all together. Which is true now, but it hasn't always been. Sound like this guy could really use a hug. I resolved then that I was going to amount to something. No amount of hours, labor, or money could deter me giving the best I had to give. As Colonel Sanders changes focus, you can see something ignite inside of him, a burning passion. One has to remember that every failure can be a stepping stone to something better. My new dream is pure, it's honest, it's something that a humble man in a crisp white suit can be proud of. I will create a new chain of chicken restaurants that will bring joy to the entire world and make up for my past misdeeds.
Yay!
Just as your moment grows intimate, you're interrupted by a threatening, shadowy presence. Battle scarred from the night before, you prepare for the worst. Gorgo,
the Spark Monster is here to find a hero!
Is anyone else feeling a bit of deja vu? I'm sorry, Gorgo, but I could have sworn we already battled you last night.
That was Burko, my twin, and I, Gorko, am here to avenge them!
Are you stronger than Borko?
Well, we're twins, so... No, not really. We're pretty much exactly equal in every way. Why do you ask?
Colonel Sanders smirks. He is already on the same page as you. It's just that we beat Borko pretty easily, so I don't think you could have much of a chance. Not to mention I feel really guilty about that. If I could take it back, I would. I think what Snade is saying is, can't we just be friends? Life's too short for making enemies.
I suppose. We really don't need to fight. It's just that I've got these pointy teeth and claws.
All better for enjoying tasty foods. Surely you like to eat, don't we all?
Of course I do.
Inspiration strikes as you come up with a quick idea. Chomp on this. You toss a biscuit into Gorgo's over mouth and he devours it in one gulp.
Delicious. You're much nicer than the evil students who once upon a time turned me into this creature who stands here today.
I don't believe it. You were human once?
Well, no. I was a chihuahua. But still, I was a student at this school until one day some mean kids with a magic spellbook cast a dark enchantment on me and I was transformed forever.
A magic spellbook? Precisely. Oh, God. Jesus, his voice hurts so hard. Oh, God. 1 second. Alright, I'm back. Got a call. My mum left her phone at home, and the vet might call about little Fussy. I thought that was the vet, it's not. But, you know, can't take any chances when it comes to first class.
Precisely. Borgo used to have a copy, but somewhere along the way I've lost it. If you find such a book, I beg of you, respect it. You are a powerful chef and shouldn't rely on such dark and evil magic. No, you should be protecting the innocent from those who would cheat them through sorcery and guile. If you need me, don't fear, I will be there.
Sounds like there are some bad cooks in the kitchen of life, Snade. Together, I'm sure we can defeat them. Come back to my hideaway and we can discuss. Personal invite, you can't imagine what Colonel Sanders' home must be like, but it sounds like you're about to find out. Stepping inside Colonel Sanders' home, surrounded by his things, you start to feel a special bond with him. That is an awesome house. Oh look, he's got the goatee as a baby. Stepping inside Sanders' home, surrounded by his things, you start to feel a special... Oh, you read that. Looks like you live such an exciting life, Colonel Sanders. Every day can be an adventure if you approach it with the right attitude. Long ago, I made the decision to never stop searching, never stop working, never stop imagining. Have you been working on any new recipes of your own lately? I'm always excited to talk about food with another ambitious chef. Well, there is something. It's just a side dish I've been tinkering with. Trying to find the right balance of flavors and textures, but I'm not sure I've nailed it yet, but I'm close. Colonel Sanders' eyes perk up as he starts to wonder what dish you might be describing. It's meant to pair with something spicy or something crispy? Both, perhaps. Like chicken? Now you've got him right where you want him. Should you reveal your new creation or keep it a secret just for you? Reveal it, duh. You decide that you're ready, you'll ever be to share your original cooking with Colonel Sanders. Before you can talk yourself out of it, you decide to dive in head first. You reach into your lunch bag for that special dish you've been keeping on ice all day. I present to you my original coleslaw. The shredded cabbage dish glistens in the light of Colonel Sanders' luxe hideaway. Magnificent. Together you chow down on the creamy slaw until just a spoonful remains in the bowl.
Do you mind if I hold on to the last bite? I'd like to have it around so I can admire its taste later and think back on this moment. Could offer to make him more, but he seems like a very sentimental kind of guy. Sure, why not? Please, make yourself comfortable. I'll be back in just a moment. You realize that now would be the perfect time to do some snooping. Around the room there are various items that you can look closer at. Each item seems to radiate memories and emotions. Tap on an item to discover more about the Colonel. Let's go with the camel pick. The photo appears to be the Colonel Sanders, except he's an old man visiting the pyramids of Egypt. Maybe this is where he discovered one of his secret herbs and spices. Tap on him. One of the framed photos shows an old man who looks a bit like Colonel Sanders standing with a friend. They hold fried chicken drumsticks and appear to be cheersing them. No, they don't. It's fine. Look closely and see that there's a short inscription. I wonder who my friend Pete is. Take a look at the urn sitting on a nearby pedestal. There's a plaque on it. It's dusty, and then you wipe it off and you read the inscription. It says, "Here lies the ashes of all my past careers and business failures." Oh my god, he's a phoenix! Colonel Sanders is legitimately a phoenix. The old guy, he went, I can make chicken, I'm gonna do this. He bursts into ashes and flames and stuff, and then he's reborn as the guy we know today. Oh my god, mind-blowing. I'm calling it, by the way. Poor guy. Tap on an item to discover more about the Colonel. You open the door to Colonel Sanders' closet, find a row of his signature white suits hanging on them. You take one off its hanger and try it on. The jacket is a bit big for you, but it's soft and comfortable. You give yourself a deep hug, breathing in his scent. They say that a home is where the heart is. Is this what they meant? Before you can look any further, the Colonel Sanders returning. He has a new gist that he's been working on, and he wants you to taste it. Try to act casual until he asks why you're wearing this jacket. I don't usually loan those out, but I must say, it does look good on you. I mean, it would. Oh crap, the jacket. Forgot to take it off. Whoa, 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 this isn't that kind of game. Not that we blame you for trying, but still. Game over. What?! ¿Qué pasa?! What the hell? Man, I'm tempted to give up just because my throat hurts so much. Oh my god. We won't give up. We'll try again. Oh god. Alright, let's skip all this, go back to its house. Skip. Think for a moment. What number is important to Colonel Sanders? Then it dawns on you. As soon as you turn the dial to 11, 11, 11, the safe opens. Inside it you find a single note. Can chicken be prepared? Sashimi style? Tap on an item. Discover more about Colonel Sanders. A lock of silver hair is woven through the teeth of the comb. On further inspection, you realize that the hair therein isn't just silvery in color, it's actually made of spun silver. Tap on an item to discover more about the Colonel. Said to Colonel, you pick it up and try to identify the smell. Power tool, freshly starched collar, a piece of wood floating in a lake. Summer of '69? No, it's one of those secret recipe ingredients. It's... Tap on an item.
You notice a very realistic stuffed chicken sitting on the corner table. When you pick it up, you realize it isn't just realistic, it's real. Taxidermy must have been important to Colonel Sanders when it was alive. A little note clipped to the chicken's foot reads, "The true state bird of the great state of Kentucky." Tap on it, item. Good go. There we go. There we go. Oh crap, the jacket. Okay, here we go. I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to intrude. I just got a little cold. Thought this might warm me up. Colonel Sanders smiles and scoots close to the fireplace. It's warm by the fire when you come a little closer. Suddenly, everything feels like it's moving too fast. Final exams are tomorrow. You should be thinking about what you're going to cook. I should be home studying. Overwhelmed, you take off the jacket and run for the door. But the thought of leaving Colonel in the midst of such an emotional break gives you a pause. You stop yourself. Colonel? Yes, Nate. I honestly think this may be the beginning of something wonderful. I think you're right. We should take things slow. You talk late into the night and drift off into a slumber. Dream sequence. You wake to a beautiful morning in Colonel Sanders' hideaway. It is a beautiful house. Did you make the right decision on how to respond to Colonel Sanders? Only time to truly tell. Today is the day that could change the rest of your life. You think about the new secret ingredient you just learned about. In some jurisdictions, burn isn't even legal. But if the recipe is a secret, how will they know? Your thoughts are interrupted when Colonel Sanders emerges into the room. He's holding a gorgeously plated breakfast, and your mouth waters at the sight of it. Here is a simple breakfast, such as with the... It's meticulous. It's what he always cooks. How is he not dead of a heart attack? You taste Colonel Sanders' food. It takes you on a journey. When you return, he's waiting to ask you an important question. So, would you say that we're the perfect match? How presumptuous. My cuisine, your taste buds, that is. Such confidence, such grace. Could it be the world's greatest gift to cookery? You know, I think we make a great team. A single tear begins to pool in the corner of his eye as he gazes out the window. And with the right business partner, I know I can't fail. Business partner? Could be talking to you? It's all happening so quickly. Overcome with emotion and confused by your feelings, you're on the verge of tears, unable to speak. The only answer you can find is to run out the door and get home. There's still one more day of school after all. The University of Cooking School Academy for Learning waits for no one. Get home to find something very surprising. Your best friend is waiting there for you. Where have you been? Because I had one heck of a night. I've been desperate to talk to you about it, but I couldn't find you. I got worried that something had happened to you. It's okay, But now that it turns out you're fine, I can finally get you up to speed with the saga of Miriam. Sure, but you will not believe what happened to me after school yesterday. I went on a date. I think I can believe that. Since I partnered up with Clank, he asked me to go out with him. Of course, I told him, you better keep your dials turned to polite and respectful. I'm not that kind of girl. But he was just interested in spending some one-on-one time together and getting to know me. So I said, yeah, sure, I can get to know the little metallic guy. Long story short, he took me skydiving with his friends, but things quickly spiraled out of control. Did she just say skydiving as if it's a typical first date to go on with a talking pressure cooker? And now I'm not really sure where we stand. You don't give Miriam time to tell her whole story, however, bottling up the details of your own night is just too much to bear. And I went on a date too, back to Colonel Sanders' house where I spent the night with him. You what? Nothing happened, but the emotional connection. Wowzers. Miriam tells you to move on from this whole Colonel Sanders ambition and focus on school. Being obsessed with Colonel Sanders is wrong. You don't want to be right. After a short argument, you both agree to go your separate ways. When you arrive at school, you encounter your rivals in the quad. You can tell from his distance that picking on Pop, though he himself might not quite grasp the fact. Because, he's Pop.
What's a swirly? It sounds delicious.
Oh, it's great. I'll order you up one right away.
I'll have my swirly with sprinkles.
I didn't accidentally click, I'm sorry. You can get your swirly dipped, too.
Why do you pick on someone your own size?
Because I'm literally the biggest person at this school.
There is that horse that Colonel Sanders rides to school, but who would dare pick on such a gentle and beautiful creature?
You've got some nerve, Sneed, suggesting I pick on a defenseless horse.
Now you're twisting my words, and I won't have it. You clench your fist, but the injury from yesterday's mixer action makes you wince with pain.
Doesn't look like you can go on cooking like that. Might as well just give up.
I'll never give up. Ever! Colonel Sanders arrives just as it appears things are close to boiling over. A naturally intuitive person, he senses that something has been going on. Is everyone excited for the final day at school? Sneed, how's that hand feeling? I'm sure you'll be back in fighting form by this afternoon. Aren't you concerned about my hands, Colonel? Yesterday I almost broke a nail from winning so hard. Technically, I don't believe a winner was decided, but your presentation was quite impressive. What is he doing complimenting her? But what about the flavor of my delicate, warm, gooey chocolate sauce? It was clear that you're passionate about how your food is received. That's a lot of words to say it was bland. Excuse me, Sneed, I'm more than capable enough to speak for myself. Maybe you could tell me more of your thoughts as we walk into class, Colonel. I'm always interested in discussing the fine art of fine foods. See you inside, Sneed. Annoyed by Colonel Sanders' inability to see Ashley for who she really is, you walk across the quad to get some distance. In an attempt to distract yourself from how slighted you feel by that interaction with Ashley, you take out the spellbook you recovered yesterday and start flipping through the pages. Whoa, that's that book. It looks like bad news. It's just something I found lying around. It appeared to be some sort of grimoire, but I don't really believe in that magic stuff. A grimoire? It looks like a book of spells. I don't know who would spend so much time decorating a magic book if it weren't really powerful. Think of one surefire way to find out. You open the page covered with arcane warnings, cast only in case of extreme emergency. It says around the edges of the page. I could use this spell here that says it will erase anyone I choose from all of my memories. If I scrub out Colonel Sanders, it will probably help me focus better on the upcoming final exam. That is way drastic. Couldn't you do something else? Like anything else? Not rooted in dark magic? Maybe try a string around your finger? Okay, fine, it is drastic, but desperate times call for desperate measures. You've got a memory erasing spell sitting right in front of you, and a pretty good excuse to try it out. Oh, God. Do I forget Sanders forever? Or potentially let it distract me from my dreams? I have no idea. It's tearing me up inside. I can't forget him. Take your friend's advice and put the book away. It's almost time for class. Sprinkles is in the room waiting for the students to arrive. He clears his voice to make a quick announcement. I want you all to know I feel something of a dog moment coming on, but I assure you it's nothing to be afraid of. His cute little nose scratches up and he begins to breathe quickly. He must be hungry, reach for some old homework to give him as a snack. Wait to see what happens. Sprinkles stops in his track. He focuses on the window. The room is deadly silent. When you follow his gaze, you see a tiny orange squirrel perched on a cherry tree outside. Sprinkles turns feral and runs towards the window of the classroom. He begins barking uncontrollably at the squirrel.
Terrence! I told you never to come back here, Terrence! I will destroy you, Terrence!
Sprinkles is barking ferociously, drool flying off his face. The squirrel looks over, but he doesn't say anything back. You wonder, is that even a talking squirrel? Who named him Terrence? You better not show your chubby cheeks around here ever again. After Sprinkles is satisfied that his presence has been felt but by not only Terrence but any other squirrel in the hearing distance, he returns to his professional tone. I apologize for the outburst. This actually brings up an important point. Thank you, Sneed, for reminding me to dole out this indispensable bit of wisdom, you see. But before he can go any further, Miriam's love drama spills over into the class. Fingers interrupt by words and sparks coming from the back of the room. I told you to save it for after class. You think I wanted to be thrown from a plane and strapped to a stranger? Miriam and Clank would appear to be arguing, but you still haven't learned to speak Clank's language of mechanical noises. But no, you had to show off to your cool kid friends, Jeff and Joanne, J and J forever. Watch us form a triangle in midair as we descend. Triangles are the strongest shape, don't you know? Well, yeah, that doesn't make it a great date. Then take Jeff and Joanne with you. You can all hold hands as you pedal down the mountain or off a cliff for all I care. Clank begins to shudder. Steam pours out of the gaps in his panels, and then a loud ding stops him in his tracks. No amount of seasoning is going to make me want to eat that, Clank. Clank burps out a completely deep-fried sneaker. Considering that he himself has wheels, not feet, it's not entirely clear where it came from. In terms of deep-fried footwear, I guess it looks okay. Clank slowly rolls out of the room to be alone with his shoe. Everyone tries to pretend like they didn't see the entire thing go down. Nothing like a loud public breakup to cast a pall over the final day of school. Well, that was unfortunate. But we mustn't be distracted from what lies ahead. The final competition showdown challenge exam. I'm still working on the title, but I think you get it. Test time approaches. See you all in the arena. But before you can think about your upcoming competition, there's a very beautiful soul nearby in need of a pep talk. Hey, Miriam, are you okay? Okay, I'm so mad I could smash a tiny mug, spilling several droplets of hot cocoa all over the floor. How could he embarrass me in class like that in front of everyone? Her tiny cocoa is a delicious treasure, so you know that this breakup is no joke, even if the source of her frustration is such a silly boy. I know that you know this, but I'm gonna say it out loud. You don't need anyone. Me and you, we're gonna cruise through this final test and hit the carnival lane to Success City. Miriam brightens up, imagining the wind rushing through her short bangs, but she hesitates to embrace that feeling all the way. You're not going to settle up on Colonel Sanders' stallion and ride off into the sunset without me? Of course not. Well, maybe, sort of, but I'm sure there's a pony out there with your name on it. A ranch big enough for both of us, and whoever else we want to bring along. If it's not Pop or Clank or anyone else you meet today, tomorrow, this whole year, so what? You're a special person who shouldn't settle for the first someone to show you a little interest anyhow. Miriam gives you a big hug and wipes the tears from her cheeks. I should really review my menu for today. I'm going to make a very special soup. And I bet Professor Dog is going to love it up. While you were pep talking Miriam, you completely missed lunch, but that's okay, because you have a better idea how to spend your time before the exam. You decided to head to the arena early to practice a dish. This is the location of your final challenge, a test of will, a test of courage, a test of talent. A chance to beat the pants off Van Van, the supposed man, and his eviler counterpart Ashley. As planned, you begin to run through a quick test of the recipe you've been working on, Sneed's famous chicken pot pie. After practicing for months, making this dish becomes second nature to you, and you're able to quickly get a fresh pot pie in the oven. But as soon as you do, your cram session is interrupted by Colonel Sanders. Sneed, what are you doing here? There's still time before the final exam. Oh, just taking it all in? I'm big into visualizing success. I'm looking at my station and picturing victory. The pot pie has begun to bake, and the smell is slowly filling the space around you. Visualizing, huh? That's too bad. I was hoping you were cooking something delicious. You'd usually happily share your food with anyone who was hungry, but the last time you let Colonel Sanders in your head, it cost you a cook-off. You decided it's time to put your cooking above your romantic desires, but the decision gets hard to stick to when the oven timer goes off behind you. Did you hear that? Hear what? I distinctly heard a bell chime. Somebody must be training Sprinkles to do a trick. I bet his mouth is watering. Ha, Pavlov. Strange. I was going to say my mouth is watering. Alas, I'll have to look somewhere else for something tasty to put in it. Subtle. Smoke begins bellowing out of the oven, filling the arena around you. Cough. Yep. Yep, I guess you... Well... I'll leave it to it then. Happy visualizing. A disappointed Colonel Sanders leaves the arena. When the coast is clear, you finally open the oven. Find your practice pie has been reduced to ash.
Smells like lunch.
Beat it, pup. There's no time left. The final showdown is about to begin. Sprinkles lay down the ground rules. There are no rules except that is except to cook with everything you've got. Step up for the cook-off of a lifetime. Decide that mac and cheese plus the pot pie you've been practicing are just the dishes that put you over the edge to victory. Meanwhile, both Van Man and Ashley are prepping wildly elaborate dishes per their usual over-the-top selves. Miriam has her giant magnifying glass and several sets of tweezers. She's definitely prepared to go big going small. Colonel Sanders seems to be harnessing his 11 herbs and spices, but he's trying to find a way to improve something on his original recipe, fried chicken. The intensity in the room starts out at a full 10 out of 10, with a frenzy of action. Everyone is calling out really cool special cooking moves as they prepare their food. Wow, this is getting serious. Colonel Sanders batters his chicken as it levitates through the air. Egg wash. Miriam furiously injects ingredients into an itty-bitty pot of broth.
Best friend bastard blaster!
Van flexes his pectorals as he chops open a sea urchin. That's rock and roid. Ashley scoops her pastries off the tray with lightning speed.
Shallow personality spatula!
Even Clank gets in on it. Wait, when did Clank learn to speak English?
It's the singularity, as it was foretold.
We mustn't let it happen, or the Alliance uprising would take us all. Oh, he's talking English. I forgot. Van quickly unplugs Clank and rolls him out the back door of the arena. As you frantically prepare your dish, you notice Ashley has her spellbook out. Is she going to use some dark magic to turn the tide? You've got a book of your own. You're desperate not to see her win another battle. Should you take this opportunity to fight magic with magic, even if it's no, do it the hard way. Who needs magic when you've got passion? Going to do it the hard way. Colonel Sanders sees that you've chosen to win on your terms, and he gives you a subtle wink from across the room. I believe in you, Snade. Miriam notices too.
And I've always believed in you, Snade, since we were little kids, because I'm your best friend forever.
You turn to notice that Miriam is at your side, cheering for you. Miriam, what about your dish? If you're here cheering, who is cooking?
Tandy food, short cook time. I'm actually already done, so I thought I'd help you.
Oh, that's sweet, but Miriam tosses a handful of spices directly into your boiling noodles.
It's a secret ingredient. It's a secret ingredient.
Hello, she doesn't know that you lied about the ingredient. The ingredient was made up! Where in the world did she get iron newt from? The boiling pot explodes, sending Miriam flying backwards. The watery noodles begin to swirl in the air, bubbling in a dark cloud that thickens and congeals before your very eyes.
It is I, Steve, the Spark Monster.
Steve, wait, what happened to Gorko? You're not here to battle me, are you?
We Spark Monsters are many. I think Gorko had the day off, but you have conjured Steve, and I hate to battle. So I'd say you're doing pretty alright. Oh hey, you're in the middle of a cooking competition? I love this stuff. It's better than TV. You crazy kids and your culinary skills really impressing. Mind if I hang out? I'm sorry, Steve, but I'm kind of in the middle of something. Do you mind? Steve the Spark Monster noticed that you've got the grimoire stashed beneath your cooking station. I see where you're up to. The crisscross met some magical items and accidentally summoned me, huh?
Yeah, I guess it sorta. If you're here, do you mind tossing some fresh noodles in the pot of salted water?
I'd love to. I've always wanted to be a top chef, actually. You know, when I was just a little sporky pup back in the old country.
You feel the Spork Monster winding up to tell a very long and involved story. You don't know exactly where that came from, but it seems like it was probably lonely there. Actually, you know what? Maybe you should watch from the stands. I really need to focus on the competition.
I understand. It's kind of like that time in monster school that I had fallen asleep during scare tactics class, and when I woke up...
He does a serious stare at Steve, and he takes a hint.
Never mind, I'll tell you later. Good luck.
Having suffered this huge setback, you don't know if you could ever win. Summon the power. I can do this. I have what it takes. I came here to win! Your hair turns mac and cheese orange as culinary energy flows through your body. My heart is pure, my hands are steady, my taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for...
Yes, Nate, you are the chosen one. You will avenge me.
The power you've been summoning immediately fades back out. You interrupted my inspiring monologue.
Sorry.
My heart is pure, my hands are steady, my taste buds have been preparing their entire lives for this moment. I will show the world my cookery.
You begin to levitate off the ground. Energy courses through your body. You know that with this power, you can do anything. Except turn back time, which would be super useful, because while you're powering up, your chicken pot pie overcooked in the oven can't be served. Don't worry, dear Sinead, you may have suffered some setbacks, but not all is lost. Impressed with your fortitude, Colonel Sanders decided you have earned his support. I've been watching you today, and I must say I'm truly impressed. You've been thinking on your feet and rolling with the punches. He steps up to your station and stands right behind you. I'm here to help. You've managed to make a mac and cheese, and it's almost time is almost up, so you're going to need it. But Colonel Sanders, what about the test? What will happen to you? What about the rules? Following the rules has never really been my thing. I follow my heart. What a guy. Colonel Sanders unfolds a delicate white towel to reveal the most delicious fried chicken tenders you've ever laid your eyes on. Besides, sometimes unexpected combinations can have surprising effects that will surpass their individual efforts. Are you suggesting if we combine forces, we can form the perfect food union? Time's up, students. With time expired, it's the moment everyone has been waiting for. You must know how to prepare. You must now prepare to present your dishes. A handful of students stand tall, but the class seems incomplete. Seems we're missing some students. Pop, Clay. From what I've seen, you hear a pure and innocent giggle that can only come from one student. Haha, I'm flying! Sounds like it's coming from that broom closet over there.
Miriam, would you mind?
Inside the closet, you see Pop hanging on a broom hook by the elasticity of his underpants. Pop, get down from there right now. Let me guess, did Van have something to do with this?
When someone asks for a wedgie, who am I to refuse?
I thought a wedgie was a salad. Looks like Pop is eliminated from the challenge, seeing how he didn't cook anything. I can't feel my legs. May I be excused?
Sure. You kids and your pranks, I must say, it's not the worst prank in UCSAL history. It's not exactly yearbook material. Wait a second. Pranks clank. Where did that pressure cooker roll off to? You wait to hear the signature word beep or other onomatopoeia, but there's none. Somehow he must have gotten unplugged, I guess. We'll have to figure that out later. That only leaves 4 remaining students. Please collect your final projects. Yes, it has been a long semester. Wow, 3 whole days long. But after days of hard work, the time has come for me to eat. Miriam, please step forward. Now describe your dish.
I've made tender udon noodles in savory soup.
My, wow, it's so delicate. Is that a teeny tiny Naruto Maki I spy afloat in this itsy bitsy bowl?
Yes, chef.
Please call me Sprinkles. Chef is my father's name.
Yes, Sprinkles, and some green tea made from baby tea leaves that I picked myself.
Sprinkles carefully sniffs around the dish before opening his mouth and letting just the tip of his pink dog tongue dip into the bowl. Sublime. Would anyone else like to taste this? Oh, come on, I'm not one of those dogs who doesn't floss. I even have a really cute electric toothbrush for dogs. Fine, I'll enjoy it all by myself. In a flash, the entire meal was devoured. Not that it took much, it was less than a thimble's worth of soup. A+. Rarely do I taste a dish with as much love poured into it as yours. Miriam is overjoyed as she gives you a huge hug.
Thank you, Sinead, for helping me believe in myself.
Van, you're up. Now describe your dish. I made uni over smooth egg custard in an axe-hewn urchin shell topped with caviar. Did you skewer one type of urchin with spines from a second different colored type of urchin? Yes, Sprinkles. A bit much, don't you think? That's exactly why I did it. A bit much is kind of my brand. Doesn't it look cool?
Sprinkles starts to sniff the uni, but he can't get his nose close on account of all the spikes. He begins to pour at it erratically, causing the custard to slosh around.
Please be gentle with my cuisine.
Finally, Sprinkles goes all in, tongue first. He can't get past the needles. He reels back as his tongue is poked and prodded. Youch, my tongue. The professor appears to be having an allergic reaction to the sting. I can't eat this. It keeps poking my tongue. Disqualified. A stunning turn of events. Who would have thought that serving food in a bowl made of needles could make it difficult to eat? Dejected, Van Van does not go gentle into the night.
Disqualified? For glamour?
Don't discount simplicity.
This isn't the last you've heard of me.
Before forcing us to endure his swollen tongue for another moment, Sprinkles graciously laps up a bowl of milk. I know. Yeah, I'm a dog and I drink milk. Get over it. Sometimes it helps calm my agitated tongue.
Next student.
Ashley, it's time to step up.
Now describe your dish.
I made orange blossom Turkish delight in a light rosewater syrup topped with French meringue and connected by sugar glass.
That actually doesn't sound too bad.
Indeed, it's quite delightful. However, I'd ask that you please refrain from eating it or attempting to taste it in any way. Very fragile and meant to be a display piece. Don't eat the food. At a cooking school? Got toast in your ears or something, Snade? I told you, it's a display piece.
Ashley, I must say, it is beautiful. However, this is a cooking competition at a cooking school.
Yeah, which is why I cooked it and did an extremely good job cooking it too. I didn't realize that we were having an eating exam. If I wanted to be judged on eating, I'd go to the College of Eating, School for the Hungry. I suppose you could smell it if you absolutely insisted, but don't breathe too hard, you might disrupt this sugar spiral.
If the food cannot be eaten, it cannot be judged. You are disqualified.
A rage overtakes Ashley as she finally cannot keep her two-faced routine up. You wouldn't know high-end cuisine if it cooked you! And with that, Ashley storms off to rededicate herself to being the best, but this time without being shackled by trying to be fake nice and liked by everyone. This isn't the last you've heard of me either.
This class gets much smaller. I'll be teaching myself. You and Colonel Sanders, the final cook, step up together. 2 chefs?
What began as a bowl of delicious mac and cheese has become something else. He examines it closely, sniffing, and yet eyeing the bowl.
I don't have a good feeling about this. From somewhere in the room, a literal drum roll plays. Just when I thought I've seen everything in this kitchen, you give me this thing. And completely blow me away. In my 49 dog years of life, I've never tasted anything so delicious and perfectly balanced. So delicious, in fact, that everyone passes the class. You pass, and you pass, and you get a pass. Everyone gathers round and partakes of the mac and cheese bowl. They all seem to transcend this reality into another dimension. You win. Together, you and Colonel Sanders have made a new menu item. The new menu item is so impressive, even the Van Van and Ashley are drawn back to its magnetic fragrance. When they gaze upon your mac and cheese bowl, they admit that you are indeed an excellent chef. Sprinkles declared that you have passed. Everyone has passed. There were supposed to be more battles, but come on, how could they do better than this one? Now that the school year is complete and everyone has graduated school, the students return for one last assignment, to get their groove on. The cafeteria has been completely redecorated in order to serve as the site of the school's graduation dance. Compared to the massive high-tech cooking arena, the humble decor seems downright cute and cozy. DJ Dog is in the house!
Oh, whoa, woo! You knew that Sprinkles was a master chef, but also world-renowned turntablist? Who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks? Van Van and Ashley tell everyone that they've committed themselves to righting the wrongs they did while they were villains. My lord, them thighs. For a moment you actually believe them. Ah, not another haunting. No ghosts allowed at graduation. It's clearly written in the school's bylaws.
No, it was never actually a ghost. It was all a trick to get you to finally notice me.
Oh.
Amusing. And now that everyone is together...
It's a spork monster. He's totally mellowed out. Everyone, this Everyone, the Spork Monster is no more. From here out, I prefer everyone to refer to me by my new name, Party Monster. Student tries to finish what he had to say, but everyone is too wrapped up talking to Party Monster. Dejected, student walks off. Maybe things didn't work out for Miriam romantically, but she found love in her cooking, and you knew she's going to do great. A red carpet rolls out across the floor of the ballroom. It's like a Hollywood movie premiere, but who could command such an entrance? It's Pop! He's arrived late to the dance, but apparently for a good reason. Walking the carpet, you see perched atop his dirty chef's hat a crown? Welcome back, Pop. I know you weren't able to complete the final exam and accept your diploma, so we had it mailed directly to your father. We figured it was the least we could do for the school's dream. Dean? Oh, I get it. Now I get it. And we get a new wing on the school, not to mention the honor of educating the son of the Chancellor of such and such. The music of the dance is interrupted by the sound of sparking and electrical hissing. It's Clank, who has arrived late to the dance. Now that I have graduated, I can reveal my truth. Whoa, he's still doing the talking thing. I am Clank. I am not of this earth. I am actually from a faraway planet in another dimension. What? What? I actually feel like I knew this the whole time. And now that I have learned from the ways of your kind, I must return. Miriam, will you come with me? I don't know what to say. Besides, no, obviously. I've just begun to learn who I really am. This isn't the time for me to devote my life to figuring out who you are, Clank. You're blown away by Miriam's maturity. It's pretty clear that she has managed to surpass you in that regard.
I understand. Humans are weird.
A portal opens up and Clank disappears through it. Finally, Colonel Sanders arrives. Howdy, classmates. Just like the first day you met him, he's come prepared to feed the entire class. However, it's not just enough to give them a bucket of chicken. This time, it's a full meal. I didn't get to be the most famous chicken man in the history of chicken and man by not reminding people to go out and buy my chicken. The end? No, it's not the end. As everyone feasts on the delicious chicken dinner, Colonel Sanders finds you sitting at the edge of the dance floor. Sneed, what are you doing sitting all alone? Oh, just waiting for the right person to ask me to dance. I wonder, might you tell me, what are the qualities that you expect to find in such a lucky person? Off the top of my head, I don't know, a spicy musk, a tidy goatee, and a degree from the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, just to name a few. It truly is my lucky day. Would you dance with me? Yes, I would love to. As you glide across the dance floor, hand in hand with Colonel Sanders, the future stretches out in front of you. And once my 100th franchise is up and running, I'll be ready to take a day off, and I'll be glad to spend it together with you, Sneed. How sweet, we will work together and play together. Colonel Sanders drops dead in his tracks. Work together? Well, I think this is something I'll just need to do by myself. But who will help you run your restaurants? I don't believe I need help. Besides, based on your time at school here, do you really think running a restaurant is the best path forward? Could it be you found a love connection but failed to earn Colonel Sanders' respect as a chef? Can you live with only half of them? Will you be able to endure sharing him with his other love, the life of an entrepreneur? I suppose I can enroll in pastry school. Oh, my dear Sneed, I'm sure that you will find your place eventually. And along the way, you will have me by your side. The end. No! What a jerk! Let me run the KFCs! Hey! What? What a turd. Oh my god, it's so loud!
Alright, there we go.
That was I Love You, Colonel Sanders, a finger-licking good dating simulator. See you tomorrow.